right, we're recording now for those that maybe couldn't have made it to this meeting. So welcome, guys. My name is Mr. Hancock. I'm going to be your instructor for this course. This is for driver's education. Now I've taught driver's education for about, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years, something like that. So I'm familiar with how all of the state requirements work. This class is going to be different from any other class that you probably had at Utah Virtual Academy, just because the way the state requires certain aspects that need to be done in order to get it to go to your license, progress to your license. So we have to do things a little bit differently. One of the things that is different from a regular course at Utah Virtual Academy is we do not use UTVA's OLS or the online high school. We have to use Canvas, okay? And the reason we use Canvas is because this is an online course and the state requires us to use a certain type of curriculum that we are going through. And it has to be, this is going to be a lot of work, this course, right? Because the state requires 30 hours of coursework. And so that's something that's kind of tracked through the time. This course is a block, so it goes until January 7th. What I did is I put in the chat real quick the Canvas link, okay? And this is how you're going to be able to log on to the course. So let me share my screen with you now. All right, so when you pull it up, the link, it should come to right here. You are going to use your Utah Virtual Academy as the username, the email. And then your password I sent you, it's actually, I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys. Now, if you were not in the course Sunday night when I put all of this together, you may not have a login yet. And so I will go in and I'll create you a login. If you want to email me, okay, at zhancock@utahvirtual.org. I will get you a login so you can get started. So once you log into your course, this is what it's going to come up. It will show Block 2, and it's going to look like this. You will have a student view. As soon as you log in, you actually have to accept the course. But it will look like this. Okay, so we got a question. So we can do all the assignments at our own pace, right? Yes, you can. If you want to get them done as fast as you can, that's completely fine with me. The way you go and do the assignments, and they're set up to go really fast, just because I'd actually like to get you guys done before the end of December, before we go on winter break. So I got it set up that these things are due, like the first module, there's 5 modules in it, and it's due and the final exam. So it should take you about 6 weeks, 8 weeks, at the most. But these all have to be done sequentially, right? So you have to start here, go through here, and so forth. Also, don't do the parent permission slip. That's not a big deal. We can worry about that somewhere else. Okay, so yeah, if it's not letting you log in, email me and we'll make sure that we get you. I'll individually work with you, because I set up 25 of you, but I think there was more added to the class. after Sunday night. Okay. So basically you just go through the different modules. Module 1 right here, it'll just kind of tell you what to do and so forth. And you hit the next button. There's a lot of videos you have to watch. There's a lot of quizzes you have to do. Now, because you're being tracked in the OLS, what's going to happen is I'm going to update grades probably not this Friday, but next Friday for module 1. Okay. So I'll kind of be a little bit of a week behind of when the due date is on these Canvas courses. So for example, if I go back to modules, this one says they're all due the 29th, which is in 2 days, but I'm not going to put them in the grade book in the OLS to show. So like, your mentors and stuff won't get on you until the next Friday, which would be the 5th. Okay. So that's kind of where we are in regards to how you do the course. Now, you guys are probably wondering, because this one is, so this class is going to be a little bit different too. So this one, we're not really going to be, the content's all online. Okay. So you're going to do it at your own pace, that kind of stuff. These sessions that I'm going to hold here on Wednesday, and it's not going to be every Wednesday. It'll probably be like every 2 to 3 weeks. Just look in your calendar to see when they are. They're going to be more help sessions. So if you're getting stuck on something, let me know. But everything is set up so you can do it just at your own pace whenever you want. You just need to have everything done before January 7th. Okay. And then I'll kind of let you know. The next thing I want to do real quick for you is I need everybody, and I know a couple people have done it already because they've already gone through the course. You're basically your exit ticket for today, and I'm not leaving class yet, but is to fill out this little survey here. Okay. I just put it in the chat. So this survey, what it does is it just helps me be able to, if you already did it, that's fantastic. So don't worry about it if you already did it. I need to know this information so I can put your information into the state database saying that you are finished with this portion of driver's education. Okay. So that's the reason I need you to fill this out. This is only for driver's education. This is only step 1. There's a step 2, which is called behind the wheel training. And so what I want to do, there's a good little video that this other school kind of put out about how you get your license. And I'm going to kind of share that with you so you understand the steps and where you are right now in order of getting your license. Because the biggest thing on this class is you want it to get your license, I'm assuming, right? Getting credit for class is great too, but I'm assuming most of you are taking it because you want your license. Now, in regards to this class as well, as long as you pass, you're going to get, it will post as like a whatever your grade is, but it's going to be changed to a P. Okay. This is a pass class or an incomplete. If you don't finish it, we'll work with you to try to get it done. But if not, then that I will turn to an F. Okay. So it's pass or fail. But the course, it does require you in Canvas to get up to 80% on the final. So that's something to think about. Okay, so let's go over the steps of driver's education. We're going to watch this little video because it's kind of really helpful. I actually made the video, so so we should be good to go. So you're going to hear my voice again on here, but this will kind of tell you the steps, the next steps, like, or if you have not done a step, like if you do not have your permit yet, you need to get your permit because there's a 6-month waiting period and stuff like that. So I'm going to play this a little bit and then I'm going to stop it every once in a while and just kind of explain it a little bit more. So here we go.
Do you need to get your driver's license in Utah? Come take your driver's education course through UMA Driver's Education, sponsored by Utah Military Academy, to help students that may not have driver's educational available to them. Here are the steps. Step 1. Obtain your learner's permit. Once you turn 15 years old, you can obtain a learner's permit in Utah. You can do this by passing the learner's permit test. You can either take the permit test at your local driver's license division or through our workshop. You can find more information at umadriversed.org.
All right. So
Step 2.
I did ask the counselors before you were put in this class that you did have your permit. I know there were some, I think there was a couple exceptions that you were going to get it right now, but does everybody have their permit that's in the classroom? You don't? Okay. So you need to go, if you don't have it, you need to go get it. Okay. You need to go to the driver's license division and take the test. There's a 50-question test you need to take. Okay. You can, if you get on let me go back just real quick. If you get on the course here and you go to the driver's license handbook right here, that will click out. And this is what you're tested on, is this booklet. Oh, it just took you to here. Oh, handbook. There we go. So you got the handbook. So you can get it in English, Spanish, all that kind of stuff. This is what the test is going to be on. I believe there are some practice tests online. You can just kind of Google them and find. I did have a practice, not a practice test, but like a practice like Kahoot or something like that. I don't know if I still have that available. Okay. Okay, somebody said that's what they did for theirs. They did get a practice test. Okay. Yeah, I'll see if I have that Kahoot still, and I'll send that through. Okay. But that is something that, somebody has a website down there, drivingtest.org. They say it's a good practice test that will help you. But you need to have, the reason you need that is because there's a 6-month waiting period after you get your permit. Okay. So you'll study on that and then go from there. Okay. Let's move on.
Driving with a parent or guardian, Utah requires 40 hours of driving before you can get your license. 10 of those must be at night. So start getting some practice in.
All right. So the reason why they have that 6-month waiting period is in that time you get your permit, you're going to do 2 things. One, you're going to start driving with a parent or a licensed driver that's over the age of 21. Okay. You need at least 40 hours of driving that the state requires, and 10 of those at night. Okay. So take your parents, whatever. Once you start the behind the wheel and driver's education, you should have most of that almost completed. Okay. And then you also start driver's education during this time. Okay.
Step 3. Sign up for driver's education through UMA Driver's Ed. Go to Driver's Ed. You can sign up at any time and start as soon as we get you allow your registration. Step 4. Complete the online theory class and driver's simulation. 30 hours of theory class allows the student to better understand the laws and rules of the road. You can finish as fast as you can, but you only have 12 weeks to complete this section.
All right. So this is this is the section you're taking at UTVA. Okay. So the theory class that we're going to do, it's online. It's the first part of driver's ed. We do have about 12 weeks for the block, right? So this is about right, but there's 30 hours of it. That's why it's kind of fairly intensive. Okay. So if you can put, 5-6 hours a week into it to get everything done, you're going to be good to go.
Step 5. Drive time with an instructor and skills test. After you have completed the theory section of the class, you have driven with your parents or guardian for at least 20 hours, a certified instructor will take you on the road. You will observe others driving as well as show your instructor you are ready for the skills test. As soon as you're ready for the skills test, the instructor will administer it to you.
All right. So this is the portion of driver's education that UTVA does not provide. Okay. Because we're a virtual school and you guys are all from, Logan to St. George, Delta to Moab, like we can't really feasibly do this. So after you're completed with the theory class here, like in block 1, I had a bunch of kids pass. I send them a certificate saying that they're completed, and then they can tell me, they can either find a place in their area, or if they ask me, I will say, hey, here's the places I know in your area that you can do the behind the wheel driving. Okay. If you do it through like a school or something, sometimes they can give the skills test with it. Sometimes they can't. It just depends. You may have to take the skills test at the driver's license division. Okay. But this is the second part of driver's ed that UTVA doesn't provide.
Step 6, graduation and receiving your license. After you have completed steps 1 through 5, you have graduated from driver's education. In order to get your license, you must be at least 16 years old and have held your permit for at least 6 months. The next step is go.
All right, so this is important too, okay? You have to be at least 16 years old to get your license. I think everybody knows that, but you have to hold your permit for at least 6 months unless you're 18 years old. And then that 6-month holding period doesn't apply, okay? So just be aware, even if you complete all these things and it's still 6 months, you still have to wait that 6-month period.
Go to the driver's license division and get your license. Congratulations.
All right, that is basically the steps that you need to do to get your license. So for some of you, it's still getting your permit. So please, please, please get in there and start working on your permit. Remember, your exit ticket for today is to fill out this this survey that we need. Okay. I guess if you don't have your permit, that will be a little hard to do because what it is the permit information that I'm looking for. So get your permit, and as soon as you get your permit, then fill that out. Okay. All right. I do have some questions here. Let me answer those and then put anything else in the chat that you feel you have questions about. So let me look here. Okay, so I don't have my permit yet, but I was planning to get it this week. Nope, it's not going to be a problem, okay? We are fine with you being in the class as long as by the end of the class you have your permit, because I cannot put it in the state database if you don't have your permit. So I just need you to get your permit by the end of this class, but you still have a waiting period as soon as you get that. Okay, if you're 18, what do you need to do? Do you need to do the course and the range and get the hours? Yes, you do. Okay. If you're 18, you still need to take driver's education. Just that waiting period is waived. However, yeah, that's all I got to say on that. Yeah. So if you're 18, you still have to do driver's ed, but you don't have to do that 6-month waiting period. Okay. So I literally just turned 15 and I wasn't even planning on getting my permit. Okay. Well, since you're in this class, you should probably get it. If you're not looking to get your permit, you probably just want to take this this class some other time. Okay, just talk to your counselor and get out of it. If that's not in your plans right now, you can take it. I'm going to be teaching each block. So 3rd block, if you want to get in it there, 4th block, you just let me know. But you just have to have it done by the end of the class, which is January 7th. You got to get your permit by then. Okay. Any other questions you guys might have? I'm going to stop sharing here. Okay. All right. So remember what your exit ticket is today. It is to complete that survey and be able to log into the class. If you cannot log into the class, please send me an email at, I put it up here. Let me copy it again and put it down on the bottom. zhancock at utahvirtual.org, saying that, hey, I can't get into the class or whatever, and then I'll work through that and send it over to you to get in there. Okay. All right. If you guys don't have any other questions, you guys are free to leave. We will probably have class probably have class again in about 2 or 3 weeks. Just look at the calendar to see when that popped up. And that will be just to kind of go over any of the modules that you're having issues with or something like that. So it'll be more of a help session. Okay. Another question somebody had. So do we need a permit in order to complete this class? You can start on the class and everything like that, but to finish it, right, for me to put it in the state database and for it to count towards your license, I need your permit by January 7th, by the end of class. Yeah, you may think that, but unfortunately, that's what the law is. They require you to get a permit first. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, appreciate it. Yep, that's the way the world does go. You just have to live by what the laws are given. Okay, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. As I said, let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and we'll talk to you later.